everybody. Welcome back to Run the Emirates podcast with Sara Mousa, where I speak to guests from across the UAE about topics you want to hear about. Today, I have the honor of being joined by these two amazing ladies. Hi, Laura, and hi, Allana.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Hello.
Thank
Very
you
happy
both
to
for
be
being
here.
here. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for being here. I can't wait to talk to you guys all about these amazing ladies. So, Laura is Director of Consumer Marketing at TishTash, and Allana is Director of Digital. And they're here to talk all about things influencer strategy and marketing through Facebook groups, social media, and more. Please, ladies, tell me your story. Maybe we could start with Laura.
yeah, of course. So thank you for having us on. So yeah, I have been with TishTash for nearly 10 years, 10 years in January, so a long time, working heavily in the PR space and just recently moved over to our new consumer division, which is something that we've recently launched, just because we've seen the demand for that for consumer marketing, brands and clients. There's been a real shift in the media landscape, and it's something we've been working on behind the scenes for over 5 years, but it now has its very own division, and that's what I've moved across to head up that. So we look after that Dubai Girl, which is our Facebook group, and yeah, it's really exciting times.
Nice, thank you. And Allana?
Thanks for having me as well. A little bit about me, as you can probably hear from my Australian accent. I come from the land down under. I've been in Dubai for almost 4 years and with Tish Tash for three. I've predominantly been working in the social team. However, as Laura said, this new consumer division has been built out, and I am now the director of digital. So, working very closely with that Dubai girl. And everything community, everything female focused is really my jam. I love bringing women together, authentic kind of storytelling. And I've predominantly been client facing for the past 3 years. So this is something very exciting because it is community based. Yes, we still work with brands, and you could say that they are clients, but the way that we market to our community is very different to how you would broadcast on your standard channels like Instagram, TikTok. Facebook groups are completely different. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
So, I've noticed you both mentioned Dubai Girl. Do you want to give me a bit more insight into what that is?
Absolutely. Laura, do you want to go for it, or do you want me to?
Yeah, of course. So that Dubai Girl has been around for over 5 years now. It's a community of over 39,000 engaged women who are here based in Dubai. So we have the Facebook page, which is how it all began. 39,000 women on there. We also have our Instagram page where we just recently hit 20,000, which was very exciting. And yeah, it's just a real safe space. It's a safe space for women, whether you've just moved here, whether you've been here your whole life. It's all about, relatable experiences, people asking for advice. And, that could be anything from a hairdresser through to more emotional topics such as legal advice. It's a closed group, so women really do feel that they've got that trust and that community. And yeah, I mean that's essentially that Dubai Girl and what we're all about. Alana, I don't know if you've got anything else to add there.
Yeah, I think just recently, since November last year, we've been really targeting on connection for the community. It's something that we constantly see women seeking. I think we can all agree that when you first move to Dubai, and even if you have been in Dubai for a while, you can feel lonely. And even if you're married or you have a partner or housemates, often we find it difficult to connect with women unless we make friends at work. It can be hard to sort of step out of your comfort zone to make friends. So, what we've introduced is monthly wellness events, and our target is just to really connect women together. We do an icebreaker activity, could be golf, could be Pilates, we've done sound healing. We're trying to do anything and everything, but bring women together. Like Laura said, we have a safe space for women. And the ultimate goal is just to let them network, make new friends, maybe business connections, and really just create something safe and fun for our community.
I love that you're bringing something that is so beautiful to life together as women together, and not just kind of, mid-management level women. You are both super senior, obviously. You're both very well established. You have the expertise across the board. And to be able to empower women by empowered women, that is something that is it's just so wonderful to see. And it's something that comes from the heart. I mean, you both speak with such passion, knowing that you're doing this because you're not just doing this because it's like a 9 to 5, right? You're doing this because you love it. You want to connect the community. You want women to feel like they have a safe space where they belong. But I'm kind of curious from both the consumer and digital perspectives of this, what kind of challenges kind of comes with creating a platform like this?
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of challenges, I think, we have a screening process for women to be a part of the group, and it is quite a rigorous, nobody can just join. They have to, request to join, and there's a series of questions that they have to answer to enable them to be able to join the group. But yeah, I mean, in terms of challenges, I'm not sure. I feel like it's such a nice community. We haven't personally I haven't personally encountered any real challenges. I think
That's
for
great.
us, it's really having a supportive community and and I think really listening to what they want as well. Yeah, we're very open. We do lots of polls on the group. Are people traveling? When do they want events? We're always listening to see what people actually want and trying to keep everybody happy, which ultimately you can never keep everybody happy at one given time. So if it's our events, when we're looking at doing those, we try and cover mornings, afternoons, evenings, weekends. We try and make sure that we've got something to fit all different categories. But yeah, I think that overall it's just such a lovely supportive community. And I think for me, I'm both Allana and I'm speaking on your behalf as well here, Allana, but it's so rewarding. I see when the ladies come together offline, it started as an online community, but we're taking things offline. We're getting people meeting like in person and really building that connection. People are forming friendships outside of the events as well. And yeah, it's just really lovely to see.
I think I would say one of the challenges is because of the sheer volume of the group, 39,000 women in Dubai is, massive. We also have 32,000 women that are active every day on the group. So it's not just that there's 39,000 women in the group, they're actually active as well. So like Laura said, we can't keep everyone happy. We do our best. And our team is diverse in nationalities, in ages, how long we've been in Dubai, but you can imagine the different age ranges. We have mums, we have single ladies, we have women want different things from the group. And because of the sheer volume of it, and we have a team, but we are small, it is hard to kind of provide everything that the community want. But at the same time, we're doing our best to try different things, try different wellness events, provide value through skill up events, co-working days. So we are still very much trialing new things for the group. But I would say that would be maybe one of the challenges, just because it is a big group and we are really only, I say, a team of 4. So just trying to make sure that we're creating value for everybody in the group as much as we can.
Nice. And I have a follow-up question to that for you, Allana. So from a digital perspective, why is it important for your clients to invest more in channels or platforms like Facebook in order to kind of drive forward their brands?
This probably is a challenge in itself. So with digital, we've seen so much more with our standard ways of digital marketing, like Instagram, all platforms that we broadcast, where normally we just see something and we consume it straight away. It's not a two-way street. So that's why communities and Facebook groups are really a new way forward when it comes to digital marketing. It's a lot more authentic. We can talk about influencers, which both Laura and I have worked a lot with, and influencers can be super important, especially if they're niche. But when we look at the difference between, say, influencers or our traditional digital marketing, communities really are a new way forward because you're direct to consumer. Facebook groups, for example, you have a two-way conversation. Consumers can ask a question, ask for advice, us as a group or brands can then reply. So it is more of a conversation. And I think women in general, that's what we want. We want conversation. We want to have advice or give our opinion rather than just sort of consume media that is very product heavy. What's the next offer? Try this, do this, go here. So communities are a new way forward for us. So the challenge within that is sort of, we have a lot of brands that work with us that understand the value of communities. There's so much that you can do, even just from attending one of our events. Say you had a pop-up space as a brand. You may not be selling your product, but for brand awareness, collecting data, speaking to real women who are consumers versus perhaps paying an influencer to come take coverage and be at the event. There may not be someone who would actually invest in your brand or care about your brand as much. Of course, influencers are real people, real women, but it is just different with communities, and it is a new way forward when we talk about digital marketing. So things like Facebook reviews we do, and we do them in an authentic way. We do those for our brands through the group. And things like even just getting a new haircut, a new salon that you've been to, a new treatment. These are all things that women are asking in our group. Perhaps the best school to go to, which area to live in. So we can do Facebook reviews in this way, and we can create content in a more authentic way rather than very curated, how you normally see things in the digital space.
Nice. Laura, do you have anything you want to add from a consumer perspective? I would imagine there's a lot from consumer, like from that lens as well, that you can share.
Yeah, I think like Alana says, it's very much just it's creating that relatable kind of content. It's less polished, it's raw, it's real. I think that there's a statistic that 80% of women have made a purchase based on a recommendation from a Facebook group. So that is just how powerful it really is. It's modern word of mouth, but online in a Facebook group. And I think that there's so much to be said from that. I think that there's always going to be a space for influencers, and I think the two can very much go hand in hand. But I think that today people really are looking for that relatable content as well. And if we put a question out there on the group, or if somebody, one of our members does, and 10 people reply with the same answer, that recommendation is so valuable. It's not a paid for recommendation. This is somebody's real opinion.
I love that. I love the fact that it's something that happens through organic conversations. It's not something that someone, on TripAdvisor had to go and verify through a robot or whatever, right? Like it's something that real women with real profiles and real faces have been like, oh, my favorite hair or salon, whatever, is Tara Rose, for example. People have actually experienced those things and can share those authentic views. And this does bring me to my last question for both of you ladies. If there was one piece of advice that you would want people to hear when it comes to creating a new platform or launching something positive for the community, what would you want them to hear?
Promote through that Dubai girl and join our community. Laura, I'm not sure if you have something.
I think just being authentic and true. Like if you're going to set up your own community, I think that you just want to be with like-minded individuals, and if you stay true to yourself, and you'll find those people, you'll find your tribe, and it is such an empowering and rewarding thing to do. So yeah, I would say just stay consistent and stay true to your niche, I guess. There's tons of different Facebook groups out there, especially here in Dubai, whether you're a mum, whether you have skincare, whether you're looking for vegan food, whatever it may be. There's space for everybody in the Facebook community, I would say.
I think
Beautiful.
I'd add on to that. I think when you're launching something, I think we're often very eager to go viral on social media or start running meta ads. But before you do that, do you know your consumer? Do you have all of the data that you require in order. Have you done focus groups, for example? So working with a community, you can gather all of that, and that is vital information before you start activating your digital strategy, launching with, you know, a social media agency, for example, and doing photo shoots. Take the time to really understand your audience. And if that is women, then communities like that Dubai girl can be really, really essential, just to take those small foundational steps first to understand your consumer before taking the big steps.
I like that. Take the small steps to understand your consumer, understand the faces that you're speaking to, the people, the personalities, the characters. Like that's so powerful. And I also love what you said, Laura, about finding your tribe. I feel like that's such an underrated statement. And it's like if you find your tribe and you find the people that you are meant to connect with, that if you find that target group that you are most passionate about and relate to the most, and that, you know, the rest will fall into place. So thank you both very much for being such role models for the community, not just for that Dubai girl, but also as obviously very senior executives at TishTash and just pioneering the communications and PR and influencer industry and showing people that they can do it if they put their mind to it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Of course. Thank you for your time and have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. You too.